are going to create a data source connection for our SQL Server data, and our database connection is tested successfully. This is my Sankti, and thanks for tuning in the demo. In this video, so I had IBM Cognos administration. My configuration tab is selected, and I want to create a new data source connection. So I'm going to click on this new, and I'm going to name my connection name is SX05. Okay, so I want to connect on this server. This is my localhost server for SQL Server 2015 with instance name SX05. Okay, so I provided a name. Now I'm going to click on next. I'm going to select Microsoft SQL Server 2005 native client. Okay, and I don't want to configure JDBC connection, so I'm going to uncheck this and then going to click on next. Now the server name, our server is on localhost, so I'm going to use // my instance name. Okay, I don't want to select any database right now, so I'm going to leave it blank, and then I'm going to provide a sign-on for this connection, and I want to provide a password for this. So the default user is SA for SQL Server, and I want to provide the same password, but in production environment you are not allowed to use SA, so you have a separate username. So you need to use your SQL Server database username and password. So for testing, SA is fine, so I'm going to use SA password, confirm password, and then we are going to click on test connection. Okay, update, test it now, and our database connection is tested successfully. So let me close this. Close, and then we are going to click on finish. That's it. Our first SQL Server connection is created successfully. Let me try another method. I'm going to again click on new, and I'm going to type my name is, let's say, _01, and then I'm going to click on next, and this time I want to select Microsoft SQL Server OLE DB. Okay, I don't want to configure any JDBC connection, so I'm going to click on next. Okay, now again we need to provide our server information. I don't want to select any database, and now I'm going to select sign-ons. I want to provide a password, SC password, test the connection. Okay, so something wrong is with password, so let me re-enter it. Okay, this is done. Test the connection, update, test it, and again our database connection tested successfully. The status is succeeded. I'm going to click on close, close, and finish. So we created two SQL Server connection. Now what is different between these two connection? Let me show you again. For first connection, let me name it let's 05, it's 02, and we'll go on next. Okay, so our first connection we used Microsoft SQL Server SQL 2005 native client. For our second connection we used Microsoft SQL Server OLE DB. Now let's try some another. Let's try this time Microsoft SQL Server ODBC. And now I don't want to configure JDBC connection, so I'm going to uncheck this, and then I'm going to click on next. Okay, so ODBC data source we want. So for this I'm going to create ODBC data source. I'm going to open control panel for it. I'm going to open control panel, and then I'm going to select administrative tools, and then I want a data source ODBC, and I'm going to create a system DSN, let's say, and I want SQL Server native client is I think for 2005. I'm not sure. Okay, let's try with SQL Server. Finish. Name, let's give it a name, DSN SQL Express 05. Description, I don't want to provide any description, but in production environment please provide a valid description for everything. Click on next. And what is okay, now we have two options whether we want Windows authentication or SQL Server authentication. So let's try with Windows authentication first. Click on next. Change the database to default to no, I don't want to change any database, so I'm fine with this setting. I'm going to click on next. And change the language, no, I don't want to change anything from here. And our ODBC is created successfully. Let's test it, and test completed successfully. Okay. So our this DSN, we are trying to use this DSN. Double click to reopen. I copied the name and now I'm going to use this name here. Okay, that's it. I don't want to provide any authentication this time because our username and password is inside this DSN. Okay. Yes, currently we selected Windows authentication mode, so that's why we don't need to provide username and password for this DSN. So sign on, no authentication. Click on next. Wait, I want to first create, I want to test it. So I'm going to click on test the connection, test it, and it is failed. Okay, now I don't know why, but IBM Cognos administration services are not able to access system DSN. I don't know the exact reason for this, but IBM Cognos connection services are not able to access system DSN. So let's try with user DSN, and I'm going to follow the same process here. And this time I'm going to name it user DSN 05, and let's say this time I'm going to name it Windows authentication. It's user DSN for SX05 using Windows authentication. Okay, so that's why a description is necessary. Now if anyone going to edit this, and if they read this description, they know that this is DSN created for my SQL Server database with the instance name SX05, and this connection is using Windows authentication. Okay, now the server is localhost SX05. Click on next, and yes, I want to use Windows authentication. I don't want to change anything here. Finish, test, successful. Okay, and I'm going to double click this, open this, copy, cancel, and close this here. We are going to change the DSN name here. So I'm going to change this to user DSN SX05 with Windows authentication. Okay, I'm going to click on test the connection, test button, and again it is failed. So data source is not accessible, user DSN SX05 _ WA. So what is wrong here? Let me click on OK. Now, so we are not able to access system DSN, we are not able to access user DSN. Now what is wrong? Okay, for this I am going to open services.msc, and I'm going to search for IBM Cognos Business Intelligence Services. I'm going to click on properties and log on, and right now our service is running with local system account. Okay, let's check what is the checkbox, allow services to interact with desktop. I'm not sure what is going to be happen here. Apply. Okay, let's test this again. I'm not sure it is going to be change anything. No, it didn't change anything. So let me go back here in services, and this time I'm going to right click properties, and now I'm going to change local system account to this account. Okay, here I'm going to search for my current logged in account, Windows 7 VM, I think, check name. Yes, I want to use this account, and we are going to provide this account password. Okay, and I'm going to click on apply, and the new logon name will not take effect until you stop and restart the services. So yes, I'm fine with this. Okay, and let me quickly save this, because I know this is not working, but I want to save this. And now I'm going to restart the services for IBM Cognos Business Intelligence. I right click and restart. It is going to take some time. Okay, so our services are now started successfully. So let me again open Framework Manager Administrator. I think I need to refresh it. Okay, I need to admin, my password, configuration, my data source. This database is not working correctly, so let me quickly delete this, and we are going to create it one more time. Let me select this and delete it, and now I'm going to click on new. I'm going to provide the same name, this SX0502. Description, I don't want to provide any description right now. Okay, and now I'm going to select Microsoft SQL Server ODBC, and I don't want to configure JDBC connection. I'm going to click on next, and from our Microsoft ODBC administrator, first I'm going to test this one, DSN SX05. It's Windows authentication. I'm going to select this one, and no authentication. Test the connection, test it, and it is failed. Okay, so after changing the logon name, still I am not able to access system DSN. Okay, so let me click on cancel, and let's try to use now a user DSN. So I'm going to copy this name, cancel, and I'm going to open this. I'm going to change the ODBC data source, and again I'm going to click on test the condition, test it one more time, and now it is completed successfully. So we learned about 3 ways to create a SQL Server connection. Let me close it again and close this one more time, and I'm going to click on finish. Okay, so what is the difference between these 3 connections which we created for same server? So let me show you one more time. I'm going to click on new, and this time I'm going to provide let's say 03. Next, okay, so for our first connection we used Microsoft SQL Server SQL 2005 native client. For our second connection we used Microsoft SQL Server OLE DB, and for our last connection we used Microsoft SQL Server ODBC, but this time we used Windows authentication mode. Now let's try to create another data source. Now this time let's try to create another Microsoft SQL Server data source using ODBC, but this time we are going to use SQL Server authentication mode. For this, again I'm going to click on this, and we are going to again create a user DSN. I'm not going to create a system DSN because we are not able to access system DSN. So this time I'm going to directly create a new user DSN, and this time we are going to use a server authentication mode, SQL Server. Click on finish, and this time I'm going to name it user DSN, and then I'm going to select SX05 5. This time I'm going to say SQL Server Authentication, and let me click on finish. Okay, and I'm going to copy this description. Okay, and I'm going to change this to SQL Server Authentication. That's it. Okay, the server in this I want to change it to ./sx05. I'm going to click on next, and this time I'm going to select SQL Server Authentication mode. I'm going to provide us username and password, and then I'm going to click on next. I don't want to change anything here. Click on next. Yes, everything is fine. Click on finish. Test the data source. It is tested successfully. Click on OK. Click on OK, and I'm going to copy this name, and we are going to use it here. And I don't want to provide any authentication. Test the connection. Test it one more time, and it is tested successfully. Okay, so I'm going to click on next. I think we selected JDBC, so let me click on back one more time. Next, I think, yes, I don't want to click on configure. I don't want this, so I'm going to uncheck this. Next, the rest of the thing is not going to change. Click on finish. So we learned 4 ways to connect. We learned 4 ways to create data source connection for our SQL Server database. Let's try one more time. I'm going to create a new one, and I'm going to name it 04. I'm going to click on next, and this time I'm going to click on ODBC only, and let's see whether it is going to be work with our existing connections. So I'm going to provide user DSN sx05_sa, and I'm going to click on authentication. I'm going to test it, and it is tested successfully. Close, and finish. Okay, so this is the 5th way to create a SQL Server connection. Let me go on this again. Let's try if we have any other method left. SQL Server, this time I'm going to name it 05. Next, and IBM DB2, we already tested this one 2005 native client. Okay, I don't want to use this native client. Let's see whether we are able to access it using 2000 native client, whether we are able to connect on 2005 database. Next, server name, I want to provide server name, and I'm going to provide sign on password, SA password, this, and that's it. Here's the connection. Password is not missing. This is wrong. Test the connection. Update. Test the connection. Okay, so it is succeeded successfully. So I'm going to close it, and I'm not going to click on finish. I'm going to click on back. So this is not a different thing. So in other words, this are same. We are using Microsoft SQL Server native client, and we already tried OLE DB, we tried ODBC, and we tried ODBC, this one. Okay, I don't want to test this with Microsoft Analysis Services 2008 and Microsoft Analysis Services 2012. This is for analysis services. We learned multiple ways to create a data source connection for SQL Server.